Hello villain lovers, and welcome to a new edition of Classic Villains. Today we'll be taking a closer look at the villain, Jafar. But before we start, let's make sure YouTube knows how much you appreciate this content by clicking the like button and subscribing to see more new villains you love. Don't forget to click the little bell icon to receive notifications anytime we release a brand new villain. Let's begin. Classic villain, Jafar. The word implies a stream, a little creek, a rivulet, or a spring, all of which are taken from the Arabic. Jafar acts as the Grand Vizier of Agrabah and the Sultan's principal counsel in the film. But what exactly is a Grand Vizier? The Grand Vizier was the Ottoman Empire's equivalent of a prime minister with enormous power, second only to the king or sultan. In this case, Jafar is the Grand Vizier of Agrabah and the Sultan's chief counsel in the 1992 film. Jafar is a tall, bony, middle-aged guy clothed in flamboyant attire, always seen holding a gold, ruby-eyed, cobra-headed staff, which he uses to strengthen his magical skills. Jafar sports a twisted, black goatee, a thin mustache, and gray eyeliner. He was intended to be unattractive, and Genie emphasizes this by referring to him as a tall, dark, sinister, ugly man. He appears to be fully bald, as proved when he removes his beggar disguise, which serves as the only occasion Jafar does not wear his trademark headpiece. However, it is never stated whether he was originally bald or shaved his head for the disguise. In reality, the Sultan was despised by the imperious Jafar. While he appears pleasant and respectable to the Sultan and the people of Agrabah, he actually despises everyone around him and is a power-hungry individual. He continually manipulates Agrabah's royal family by hypnotizing the Sultan with a mystical snake-headed staff that he always carries on his person. Lago, his sardonic, deceitful pet parrot, is always with him. Jafar operated mostly from a hidden hideout behind the walls of his chamber in the Sultan's palace. Jafar had traveled much and was well versed in magical objects and tales. He devoted the last half of his life to acquiring ownership of a magical lamp. Holding an all-powerful genie in doing so, Jafar would obtain control of cosmic powers, which he would use to seize the kingdom and the world at large. However, until he uses Genie's powers to become a sorcerer and then a genie, his magical skills are confined to the usage of artifacts he has acquired and his prowess as a skilled alchemist. He also had contacts in the Agrabah underground, such as the thief, Gazim. Little is known about Jafar's origin. As Jafar mentioned in The Return of Jafar, he once bought Iago from a bazaar as a minion. In terms of family, Jafar has a twin sister named Nasirit, who attempted to resurrect her brother in the game Nazira's Revenge. She admires Jafar, and their sibling bond is quite strong. Jafar is likewise drawn to Princess Jasmine, but mostly for her outward beauty rather than Jasmine as a person. His final wish was initially for Jasmine to fall desperately in love with him, so he could make her his queen. He and Iago originally planned on killing her as soon as he became sultan, but at some time later he refused to kill her, instead of sparing her life. He first creates a golden crown for her from her shackles, to do so with a wave of his hand, saying that a girl as beautiful as her should be on the arm of the most powerful man in the world. Jafar has narcissistic traits, the most prominent of which are his obsession with power and sense of entitlement. His thirst for power, however, stems not from a desire for authority, though this is a motivating component, but from an intolerance for submission. Jafar despises being second best to anyone, whether it's the Sultan or a cosmic being like the genie. It is Jafar's excessive thirst for power that ultimately leads to his downfall. After becoming a sorcerer, and by extension, the most powerful man in the world, Jafar realizes that his power is still inferior to the genie's, prompting him to hastily wish to become a genie himself, oblivious to the fact that doing so would make him a slave for all eternity. The 1940 movie The Thief of Baghdad, in which Conrad Veidt played Jafar, served as one of the inspirations for the Disney character. And sure, the names of the two characters are spelled differently. Aladdin's Jafar is strikingly similar to Veidt, who previously played Major Heinrich Strasser in Casablanca in 1942. Jafar is based on the Wicked Sorcerer and Vizier from the 1001 Nights collection of stories, Aladdin. Jafar is one of Disney's most recognized villains, with an exquisite yet cheeky attitude to villainy, as well as a dry sense of humor and danger. He would later establish his character as a prominent part of the Disney Villains franchise. This is the end of Classic Villains, Jafar. Leave a comment about this villain, and let us know which other villain you would like to see. Villain you next time.